All year long I've been saying, the Niners might look like a Super Bowl team. That defense is awesome. They can run the ball, but still not quite sure about Jimmy Garoppolo. Well, last night that narrative flipped a little bit. The Cardinals actually had success against the Niners defense, but Jimmy G carried the Niners to that victory. 4 touchdown passes, great chemistry with his new receiver, Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got a great tight end in George Kittle. Overall, the offense looks capable of stepping up when that defense doesn't have their A game. And that's the big question I have with the 49ers as they move into the second half of the season. When the defense is exposed a little bit, out on the field a little bit longer, is that offense capable of winning a shootout? The Niners improved to 8-0. San Francisco and New England are the only 2 undefeated teams left. Could you imagine Jimmy G against his former team in the Super Bowl? As McLevin likes to point out, that's a lot of quarterback handsomeness in one building. Both teams have a soft schedule, at least the first half of the season. It's going to get a lot tougher for the Niners in the second half. But right now, it looks like the Niners may have the pieces to make a matchup like that happen. And I'm looking at the second half of the season. The 49ers, next Monday night, have the Seahawks. Then they play Arizona again, and then the Packers. 3 consecutive home games. Then they're at the Ravens and at the Saints. Falcons, Rams at home. Then they end the season at the Seahawks. Let's say they go 12-4. 12-4 may get you the home field advantage in the NFC. Depending what Green Bay does, don't rule out Seattle. Obviously, the Rams, the Cowboys. What's going to happen in the second half of the season? The New Orleans Saints have been wonderful as well. Is 12-4 going to be enough to give you home field advantage throughout? And if so, then all of a sudden, San Francisco has to be looked at as a legitimate and maybe the favorite from the NFC to go to the Super Bowl. What's the poll question we have today?
Okay, I actually did already put up the start of the show. Are the 49ers the best team in the NFC?
Okay.
I didn't give the other options like the Packers and the Seahawks and the other teams.
Okay.
Just are the 49ers the best? I'm curious what percentage people think.
Well, what are the power rankings right now?
Well, it's Patriots 1,
Of
Niners
course.
2, or Niners 1, Patriots 2, which is basically the standings.
Well, because they're undefeated. If the Patriots lost this last game, then they wouldn't be number 1.
Well, I've been looking at some teams, like the schedules are just like so deceiving. Like the Colts are probably going to be 8-2, and we're not going to know how good they are at the same time because they have like the Bengals and the Steelers, and then the Bills are going to be having a very gaudy record too, and we're not going to know because they play all the also-rans.
Yeah.
So I'm just, can we? Is it fair to judge a team basically? You always say you beat who's in front of you, but we know that you can't. Sometimes the schedule just works out where you become 8-0 and it's not quite clear.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.